Good morning. This is Sheila Texter with Sheila's One Stop Coaching Channel. If this is the first time you've ever been here, I say welcome. If you are a subscriber or a follower or someone that has watched me before, I say welcome back and thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I don't get anything out of this, not yet. I think you have to have you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours within a year's period. Within a 1 year period, I don't know. I would love for that to happen, but in all honesty, that's really not what I'm here for. This is actually it's just a place that I'm able to manifest the things that are in my spirit and in my heart. And if God sees fit to put his finger on it and bless it, then hey. And if he only lets a few people see it, then that's okay too. Whatever he wants is what I want. Because one thing about it, God is God is more able to know what we need than what we need. But this morning, this is November the 4th, 2020. We had election day yesterday, and as of right now, it usually takes my video a couple of hours to load, but as of right now, at about 8:30 in the morning, 8:30 a.m. in Blytheville, Arkansas, we still do not have a winner. Guys, they're running neck and neck. I mean, but one thing that I've just prayed. I've not prayed, God, let Trump get it. God, let Biden get it. God, don't let Biden get it. Don't let Trump get it. You know what I have prayed? I have prayed, God, whatever you decide to do, help us to stay focused on him. Because, we all thought we was going to go down when Obama got it. We thought we was all going to go down when Trump got it this time, I don't really get into that stuff. I don't do a lot of digging. I don't listen to a lot of trash on our presidents. I just don't. That's just not in my character. I'm not trying to dig up stuff, and I'm not trying to listen to stuff. I've always said, when Obama was president, I said, that's my president. When Trump was president, that's my president. And if Biden gets it, guess what? He's going to be my president. He's going to be the president of the United States. We have got to put our hope in God. We have hope that the world don't have. When the world thinks of hope, they think of a lucky rabbit's foot or a four-leaf clover, or they go to the they go to the mediums and ask and look and dig, and their birthdays and their this and their that, And sometimes I do play that stuff on Facebook, but I don't take it serious. I don't take it serious. Because 90% of the time when I do it, I go look and the other two or three people has got the same message, So you cannot count on that. You cannot really be looking at that for that kind of stuff, But anyway, guys, I am fixing to publish my first Be Devotional, How to Be Prosperous. Now, on Fridays, I am reading through that right now. But on Wednesdays, I'm reading through this book right now. But I just kind of wanted to give y'all a little bit of update of where I'm at and what's going on. I found out that when I published this book on Amazon or through KDP, it's a publishing platform that uses Amazon as a distributor. But they go hand in hand. They're kind of, like this. Well, I found out by, trial and error. I wished I would have really, really knew. I knew that you could buy your ISBN, which is the number back here that basically, it's kind of like a fingerprint for a book. Well, I took a free ISBN on Amazon on the paperback and the Kindle. So in a sense, in the publishing place, they're the ones that published it, not me. you know. So it's like they own that publishing right. Now, because I took their free ISBN, I can't take this book and put it on no other platform. But there is ways around it, and I am doing my research and I'm doing my digging and my studying on that. I did talk to another author that uses Ingram Spark and uses Amazon and all this and that, and she said that you can like do a revision, like maybe I could even unpublish it and do a revised thing, and then and buy my and put a new ISBN with it, you know, and kind of start over. I'm not for sure what I'm going to do with that just yet. I'm praying about that. But I am going to purchase some ISBN numbers. And one by itself is $125. So a lot of people say, oh, yeah, they self-publish. They did that. Well, I'm going to tell you something. It takes money. And if you're going to spend money to put some work out there that's going to have your name on it, I don't know about you, but I want my quality to be good. And I got nothing but raves about this book and how it was laid out, how it was wrote. You know, I mean, I got nothing but great, awesome reviews about, you know, the reading of it and how it flowed. And I didn't do that on my own. You know, I just wrote it. And God sent the people along beside me to help me. But it costed me money to have this book. I had to pay for this book cover, proofread, edited, the whole 9 yards, you know. So it's not really about the money. I promise you it's not about the money. Because as of right now, I've really not made a whole lot of extra money, you know, on the book yet. But it's just about, you know, doing something, you know, doing something beyond the norm. But anyway, so Lord's willing, though, I am going to purchase some ISBN numbers. And if you buy them in the bulk, they are cheaper. They are cheaper. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I think I found out if you buy 10 of them, you can get them for $299. And if you're planning on writing more than 1 or 2 books, and look here, this is something that I didn't know. Again, it's trial and error, and I'm learning as I go. That every platform or every form that you put your book in, if you do print, it's got to have an ISBN. If you do an ebook, it's got to have an ISBN, a separate one. And if you do a hardcover, it's got to have a separate ISBN. So you see the difference there. It's because you got to have those. So that way, it's when it's on a platform, it'll say, like I will probably use the Be Bible Smart Ministries or Sheila's One Stop Ministries or something like that. It will be published under my business, my name. But anyway, so I'm already on here about 8 or 9 minutes, but I just kind of want to let y'all know, you know, some of the stuff that I'm learning along the way. Hopefully, if I've got some people that are wanting to write some books, they will grasp this too, and they will, you know, realize these things before it's too late. Again, I'm just learning as I go. But today, I am going to, on every Wednesday, I've been reading out of my book, Life After the Mistake. I'm going to read it all the way through. I am in chapter 7, so if you want to go back about probably 7 weeks and start listening to the videos, you know, they're 15, 20 minutes long. But, you know, I do talk in them some, but I mainly read, you know, a chapter in each of my videos. This little chapter, it's not got but 2 pages. And but then on Fridays, I do like a coaching tip, motivational, inspirational. But right now, again on Fridays, I am reading out of my Be Devotional. Every Friday, I'm reading one of my devotionals on there, and it's not even published yet. But I'm working on that, guys. I'm working on that. It's ready. It's through. I've done got the proof. It's been edited. I'm going to probably read through it a couple of times the next couple of days, but it's ready to be put on a platform. But I want to purchase these ISBNs so I have more control over where the book can go. that I can put it on any platform I want with my own ISBN, because it's like I'm the one that published it. That's what the significance is about those kind of things. But in chapter 7, Life After the Mistake, this is the verse that I'm going to read. Isaiah 1 and 8. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard. You know, a cottage in a vineyard, if it's left there and not took care of, you know, the stuff will overtake it. You know, the foliage they call it. You know, so we as women, men and women, you know, when it says the daughter of Zion, it's talking about the bride of Christ. That's men and women. That's all of us in the body of Christ. You know, God has got us. No matter where we're at, no matter where we are in this life, God has got us. So I'm going to continue on and read chapter 7. The name of this chapter is Hope Turns. Guys, somebody's calling the fire out of me. 2 or 3 different phone numbers, text messages, and everything else, but I'm going to try to finish this video. It wasn't easy trying to live that ugly failure down. Shelley kept her distance from everyone because she wanted God to forgive her and help her get back up. She felt convicted. She desired to beg forgiveness from all those she had betrayed, not just Susie, but to all of the family and friends in the congregation. But a gesture such as this would be like rubbing salt in a wound for both of them and for her. This story is a story of brokenness, failures, guilt, and shame. It is also a story of strength, humility, grace, and mercy. After a few months, one of the men from her former church, also divorced, began to reach out to Shelley. The damage from Shelley's sin caused her to have a difficult time trusting anybody. Yet her loneliness drove her to let this other man into her world. His name was Roger. After getting to know Roger, Shelley told him that she needed more than just a date. She was a single mom that loved with her whole heart, and she was used to being abused, betrayed, abandoned, and strapped in on an emotional roller coaster. She needed stability and love, and he either needed to marry her or leave her alone. Well, they married, and he was more than she would ever wanted and more. God provided the security and love she needed, despite her feelings of unworthiness, despite her doubt, and despite her big sinful mistake. The humbling wasn't over just yet. Roger still attended her old church, Bill and Susie's church. He lived in their community. Roger was Bill and Susie's neighbor, and his landlord was related to Bill. So when Roger and Shelley got married, Shelley moved in right next door to Bill. Of course, Susie had a problem with this. Bill's wife. Who wouldn't? So after several days, the landlord told Roger he and Shelley had to move. When Roger learned the news and conveyed it to Shelley, she wasn't upset. She knew that seeing Bill continuously and being reminded of her fall would be detrimental to her spirit, as well as cause conflict in his fragile home. And while this consequences of her action played out, God was still in the midst. I love it when God's still there. Even in the ugliness and the mess, he's still there. The packing began immediately. You see, friend, sin will take you further than you want to go and cost you more than you want to pay. Shelley didn't just fail God. She hurt her friends. Her reputation was scarred. It didn't matter what drove her to fall from grace, or even why. It was a sin that would take Shelley years to recover from. Some people say sin is sin, no matter how big or small. And I agree. But the sin of adultery takes a toll on every aspect of your life. In this case, the consequences even followed Shelley into her new marriage by costing them their home. And then of course, that light is really blurring and you really can't see it. Let me pull it back. Yeah, let me pull it back here. At the end of some of the pages in the layout, I ended up with some blank pages, and I probably have told this before, but we decided to just put some motivational or inspirational quotes there. My editor was like, what do you want to do? Do you want to put some more scriptures, or do you want to put some quotes? And I said, let's put some quotes, because the book is laced with scriptures. There's scriptures before the chapters, there's scriptures in the chapters. So I thought, let's just put a quote that possibly goes with, the chapter. And so the name of this chapter was Hope Turns. All right, and this is by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tunes without the words and never stops at all. I'm going to reread that. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Hope is like a bird that perches on a tree. It don't have any words, but it just sings and sings because he has no worry. His hope is in the Lord, just like ours. So guys, I'm going to get off here today. But sometime today, Lord's willing, we will know who our president is going to be for the next 4 years. But I will be back Friday with a video of reading out of my Be Devotional. And maybe by then I will have some more information about my Be Devotional. But the first Be Devotional is called How to Be Prosperous. This is also still a learning channel. Even though I'm reading out of my book, I'm also trying to give writing tips along the way. Because I know I have had several people reach out to me about writing their books and how to do it and work, It's not an easy task, guys. It's not an easy task. But it's something that's well worth it if you want to do it. But I promise you, after a few months, you'll be like, do I really want to do this? It was for me, and I've heard a lot of people say that. But anyway, guys, y'all have a great day. Have a great week. It's, holidays are just around the corner. Thanksgiving, is just a few weeks away, and then Christmas. People are putting up their Christmas trees. And you know what I say? I say, go for it. Go ahead. If I was able to get a hold of my stuff a little bit easier and felt like doing more than, a little more in the physical part, I would probably done put mine up too. Because, I'm like, people, we've had a rough year. This has been a very rough year. If people want to put up the tree and kind of just, because it soothes the soul, you can sit in the dark room and watch the little lights blink and, flicker, and it just sets a warm setting, So, anyway, come back Friday, and I will be reading out of my Be Devotional with also like an inspirational, motivational, transformational life coaching tip. So, guys, I appreciate you. Subscribe to my channel, share it, comment, like it, talk about it. Help me out here. All right? Y'all have a great day. I love you guys.